Hi, welcome to Jamie's Product Reviews. If you recall, a while back, I reviewed the Masters of the Universe Origins He-Man and Skeletor Filmation style figures, and the Skeletor one was alright, but the He-Man, if you recall in that video, the He-Man figure had been apparently ransacked because somebody, I don't know if somebody went through it or what, but the one of the swords, the Sword of Ancients, was missing, and the other sword, which was supposed to be his power sword based on the Filmation look, was some other sword that looked like somebody's dog had chewed it or something. So I was pretty upset about that. I reordered this figure, and I looked at it. I haven't opened it yet, but I looked it over after I got it out of the box, and as far as I can tell, everything's there. The Sword of Ancients is there, and he's got his Filmation-based power sword. So I think this figure is ready for a nice little re-review, if you will. First, let's get him out of the package. Alright, now this is more like it. As you can see, he's got both swords and they're both correct. And also it comes with a mini comic. Also, I think I forgot to mention in the other video that the mini comic didn't have the text bubbles with the text in it. It was just blank. So, but anyway, it comes with a mini comic mask of the Magi. Okay, but we're not going to review the comic. We're going to put that aside. And of course, here's the instruction sheet that tells which parts are removable and which ones aren't. Put that aside. So here he is, a Filmation style He-Man. As I mentioned in the other video, he's got the same look, faithful to the Filmation cartoon from the 80s. He's got the same hairstyle, the same facial look, and of course the details are more simplified to match the simplified look of the Filmation characters. Like, he doesn't have the little knob things on his belt. It's just a plain belt. And of course his chest armor doesn't have those red little plates on the top of part of it. And of course the back, it has his sword sheath to hold his power sword, which is really great. And of course, the articulation, the head, it's the same as always, head left, right, up and down. Arms can move out, upwards and backwards. Bend at the elbow, although it's a little stiff. Twist the wrist, twist at the waist. Legs move frontwards, backwards, and out somewhat. Twist at the knee and swivel at the boot. And feet move up and down and rock back and forth. So let's talk about accessories. That's the main thing I want to talk about in this re-review, since those were the real issues the first time around. The first one that they failed to deliver on, the other one, was, of course, his power sword. And as you can see, it's the same power sword he used in the Filmation cartoon. And I wanted to note that it's the exact same style, same design as Skeletor's power sword from the Filmation version of his figure. See, they look exactly the same. So if He-Man and Skeletor want to have a nice little sword fight, these are just the swords to do it with. So, and of course, he's got two gripping hands, so you can put the power sword in either one. You just stick it in his right hand And he's like, I have the power. Or, yeah. Yeah. And then when he's not using it, you can just store it in his sheath in the back. It doesn't really fit all the way through, but it still works pretty good. And the other accessory I wanted to talk about that did not come with the other one I got before was the Sword of Ancients, which is from an old Filmation episode. Here's what it looks like. It's got kind of a different look, and like with the power sword, you can put it in his hand as well. Let's see how well the Sword of Ancients fits in his sheath. Well, not bad. Not a very good fit, but... Or, it says he has two gripping hands. If you want to put both swords in both hands, here he is right here. Yeah. Now he's got double the sword power. So that's my re-review, if you will, of Masters of the Universe Origins, Filmation style He-Man. Filmation style He-Man, and I'm glad to see they got it. And yes, this time they got it right. Better late than never. Hopefully I will not have a problem with an order like I had with the first order of this figure. But here he is, and now we can display him in a more proper way with Filmation Skeletor as well as the other characters. And that's my re-review, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.